This day 1532 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing your Adeh Siman Reis Tzadik Zayin. Steve Lamed Dalet to Mem Aleph. These exercises are to be reasonably long soon too. This is where you wanted to, where you had your one field is full of grain. Arukh HaShulchan smokes so yerk. You want to put one field of vegetables next to the field of vegetables. You not have a different type. The distancing is 6 tvachim. If it's last, even for a gourd. If the leaves start inclining, uproot them. You don't get malchus until there is less than tefach to them. You can say the true, actual nourishing, deriving nourishment of a vegetable is only up to half tefach. So it holds the Rambam, and the Rambam holds that the bezeh cholik alav. Oh, sorry, the Sfila around the bezeh lo pli, but that was why Rabbanan do not argue. But argues the Rabbanan Oster ad she should talk about liking a makos up to 6 tvachim. It's a Rabbi Nico Yarek Abishel should talk. According to the Rabbi, they overlap because the unika of a vegetable is 3 tvachim. Rashi Zakos of Shabbos Pei Daled. The unika is Yarek Abetefach Mechza. Writes the Tefach Mechza. Tefach and half. Yeah, so therefore the minimum distance is 3 tvachim. Piece according to this, because it would be less than 3 tvachim away from each other. Local, you get makas. As at 6 tvachim, it's a square of 6 square tvachim. Is the 2 fields. So the achas, but one field died by but the has to be 6 tvachim long. But rochav ein lo shir. The width has no measurement. Rak the zeorach to tell him, but you need this length in order to make a furrow. And based on the depth of the furrow, so it should be its width. Rambam explains this Mishnah. Rabbi Kiva Omer, it's 6 fucking long. I tell him. That says brackets would tell him. And the width, its width. So that's its that refers to the depth, the width. It's gotta be 6 by 6. The width of the yoke with which you plow the telling baby ripe into the seven brings the evidence from it to Sefta and Chum. The bracket says here Vihi Beresh Perak Basing and Acheru. It's a different issue of loving and Ryan Mikano will stand up for the evidence for here. Sham compares to Rash Varab, Ayin Shamar upon him. Sham seems otherwise. Anyway, be as it may. If I don't know why they tell him, I should say why they tell him in the field shouldn't require harchaka. It's only evidently because it's a Maris Ayin Dika thing, and it's not that if it's its own tell him, it doesn't look like it's mixed with the other stuff. Normally sure harchaka it should be 3 to 6, well, 1 to 6 tvachim, but I guess the since it's wide enough, so it's yonik from underneath it. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Here which they meaning marachok real way I don't do shami is that there's a natural distance between the furrows, but the furrow significance into itself by Kili Ezroim makes it not to be a Taulevis. Okay, Lamed Hey. It made the distancing appropriately, but it means that means that this species was inclined over this species. Bench nutsa it's whether it's grain on grain or yark or or vegetable on grain or yark or grain on vegetable. Hakol mutter, everything is mutter. This is improper. Except for the Greek word. She's pashas man harpe, which expands a great deal. Yeshua God the Marisain has a great deal of Marisain. People therefore nutsa if it inclines the ark you have to brew in front of it. Rambam. That's where the Rambam wrote. The low cost of Gam Yark Yark is the same right as vegetable. Vegetable in the direction of Yark Acher. Yark Tzarek Lakor. Seems that a vegetable you have to uproot. doesn't seem that way. It doesn't make sense. I'm done. It's I think it says near the Yerek Shnutza Yerek. It should be Ein Tzorch Lakor. Ein B'Zatam. Well, no members who told us that Shor Sim for Sivchav Tmar Gam Yerek Yerek. Yes. Also, those you have to. Chayin of Zong says some sort of nitiyah, inclination. Chayin Baram B'Shov B'Sham Sididan. Ein Shom Chayin Lady Mishnah So Bears Pair Base Ein Shom. Lamed Vav. Ukamosha Archokam Ukamel is just like distancing is effective. Kamochain Mafsik Benem Hepsik Komer. So there's an absolute the barrier between them, Gader Gavoa, Sartvachim, such a 10 high fence. Yoglis means plant this speech on this side, Minachim with Sashay on the other side. Zetnan base which says in the second barrier, Samach Labor, Bur. You can go right up to the Bur, which he explains it back. It's a sort of Bura Hamapsekes. The fallow field in the middle. Ulanier, which explains back as Mo Chorosh Mafsik, a plowed place which interrupts. Ulagapa, it explains back as Gadar Vanim Stus Botit, a wall of stones which are not cemented together. Uladerech, the road bracket says here, Vilderech Yochid Arbamas, even an individual road which is only 4 amas wide. To and to a trench which is 10 tefachim deep and 4 tefachim wide. And to a tree which is its foliage extends down to the ground. In brackets it says, meaning the foliage does not end more than 3 tefachim above the ground. To a stone which is 10 tefachim high, 4 tefachim wide. In all these cases you can juxtapose. Means zeh beside zeh. This species on one side mean acher, and the other species eshir tzebtzad echer, whichever you want on the other side. Lamed zayin. V'yeshivayin there at certain times shemul ismogam below archaka below avsaka kosher shnul kuzrechod. This is similar to the telling which you spoke a few minutes ago. Sometimes you can plan without any distancing, without any interruption. So as it's you can recognize that they weren't planned together. Kanan peg beis mishnah zayin, like it says in the mishnah. If you had an angle like this, coming into a square like that. There's a square on top, imagine that. And the angle coming into it. So you have this angle coming into the square of partly mutter because some say it looks like the end field. Rosh Hator who taksha is like a mishulash. The Rosh Hator is a jewelry. It's made like a triangle, but it comes out with sharp angles. So there was the angle of seed, zeh of this seed. Nogas b'tzel touching the side, acher of another seed. It's a mutter principle near muvdam because they look distinct from each other. You don't have to say it goes without saying. The God's acher one angle touched another angle. Nation near circles looks like the edge of a field. Shul mutter, which is missile without any interrupt barriers. I gotta show that Torah did not forbid when each one clearly stands by itself. The bracket says here. But that's Yom Shem because the Mishnah the mean hatera ain't also yad. That it's only also when you scatter the seeds together. Hey, that's not true over here. That's by Kilei Kerem. They write by when you need a distancing or something interrupting. When you plant within your field, if your field is full of wheat, his frank plant barley next to it. Shemot says, Sodcho, your field, lo tirz lo k'naim. En Israel elish k'shiz rasodeu k'naim, but your field k'naim. Shonem ha'oretz lo tirz lo k'naim. It doesn't say that the land should not be planted your k'naim, but your field. Even if you plant within your own field. Barley adjacent to wheat, and you drew extended the seed of the barley until you get adjacent to your friend's field, which is planted barley. That's okay. Because the barley in your field looks like it's the end of your friend's field. That's his picture down here. See? Um, uh, mm, uh, 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 so I go so. They ain't looking to climb Elachar Meyer sign. Emphasize that again. There's numerous times. You only go back to them after what it looks like. Without being able to see fine job. Pasha do, and this is it's clear that ain't no Rashai L'Chatchila. So today was talking some Chitim. It's not L'Chatchila that you can plant within your own field barley adjacent to your own wheat. Even though the field your friend is planted with barley, but do you have any muscle? Okay, and if you did it after the fact, mutter. But it says that removes the taina of the rivet. Lamites. Kasav Ram Shamdini Zayin. Ram writes, yesterday Zuachidim, your field is full of wheat. Chaver with Tita Zuachidim, your friend's field is full of wheat. Mutla is not telling Mechot Shapishtam Mitzachidim, Shalos Sambos Techaver, you can put up one furrow of flax next to your wheat, adjacent to your friend's field. Sharoy Yodesh ain't directly Zor telling Mechot Shapishtam. The Zemi sees and knows you don't normally plant a row of flax. Let's go and leave Dok Sadeh really is not pushed in low. He's only checking, he's not cultivating. You want to check and you can grow. It's like planting for ruination, which is okay. A machab, another type other than flax, also you can't plant bench tay so it's elu between his fields. It's of the two species, or the same species. Unless you distance within your own field, like Al-Shana. Shumul Charach Siv Chav Gimel, so Mishnah Perk Beis, Mishnah Zayin. Vatam the mean achros reasons because any other type, any other species is prohibited. Mishnah Royally so I am telling echad because it's any other mean people do plant one furrow. People would normally do this. It doesn't look like you planted for ruinous purposes. I think you have my ruinous purposes. Also, it's written because it's a lucky line. You have to do lishma, as we do to check the field. The says in the brackets. He says, no, not in the brackets. Just quotes the Rashi in the brackets. Then he says, to be honest, I'm astounded. Lama lo be around came. Why is Ram not making it explicit? Maybe it's automatic. You can't ask, what does the friend's field have to do with anything here? It should be superfluous. So I feel Rock was sort of said even the end of his own field. Sometimes she's barley should be permitted to plant one row of barley, flax, like we explained. The Zayn ain't a shayla. That's not a question. The Kshain Samo when it's not adjacent to his friend's field, ain't heker shekanosa vodka. There's no, it can't be recognized that he means to check it. Could be that he had in mind to plant an entire field of flax. V'nimtza she'eish zara. So every time you plant it, zara kilayim, you plant kilayim. Avshei sor chavero samuch la, but when the friend's field is adjacent to the sari loya b'sem makom li, so yotzim telem echad. He didn't have moon to plant more than one furrow. Mucha the kamas about clearly has in mind to check it out. We say ein heter rak sor chavero smucha, so therefore it will only be permitted in that case if the field of your friend is adjacent to yours. Lo mufleges. If it's not, it's a distance. Can't move on as is obvious. Mem, Od Kasser Shem Ramman. Ram also writes, yesterday was Techaber Shebesido, Zurim Shneimine Tvua, they planted two different types of grain. The lawyers have been named Charda, Charia shouldn't plant mustard and Charia between them. I feel that Mechad even one furrow, Minesham Zorim, and Me'elu Tel Mechad, because people plant one furrow of this. And the Shtei Asada Zurim Shneimine, Rakas, the two fields are planted two types of vegetables. When there's a name Charda, Charia, you can put Charda, mustard and Charia between the two of them. Shemuta Akif Charda, the call mean you can use mustard to surround any species, except for grain, nation, and mazikim, saw because they don't damage grain. I guess everything else they do damage. Show them. It says, you can't put adjacent to the grain, mean karkom, kari is type of saffron. I was humbly saw the Urokos, but you put adjacent to a vegetable patch, the mustard and saffron. But time reason the fish shame mazik and Urokos. They're bad for the vegetables. Low food, not for grain. Is there for vegetables near like coil. Everybody can see Shane dies the camels that made to sustain them. I have a little bit towards it, not by grain. You had to sell bench day shuros. There's not seen it's between two rows. The Fiatam ain't circle is kanvan. Based on the reason you don't need to have between two rows. Koko never special rabbis say okay, never the rabbis explain like this. The machu they hold is going on the Mishnah could demonstrate my bench day soros. It's between two fields. I will say before learning, I made a mistake. So I should go back a couple lines. Unless you're learning at the celebrating stay dos. I bet it's churros. לפי הטעם אין צורך זה גבוה, come up Yeshua b'seir. That's what he explained. The mashmu, it seems to them, that Mishnah Kodem is going to step free prior Mishnah Mayim Mishnah Sotar between two fields. If not, they matter for Yeraka Shematzim. We don't allow vegetables to cause a loss. Because according to this, Adina Kodem, the beer, Adina Kodem beer, the Pishta Mutter Gam B'Tfuah. According to the previous halacha taught us that flax is mutter even by grain. Because not normally planted one row. The Kambier explains the rock is mutter gam chardal charia. Allowed to plant the mustard or saffron because they're damaging. Partially, the Kambier rock is mutter tam shapishan, and of course, this goes on saying that the vegetable is one row of flax mutter. Pishan is based on this reasoning. In the bracket it says here, there's the opposite. The four masina cause the loss for grain, below the rockets, not vegetables. The Chengo said, Barav, Ufisa, Dinim Sosim says they're going to still contradict each other. Moshe Torah, there's the other, but Kesem Mishnah Shem Ari, Kul Krosai and John. Avem is supposed to be Aaron, People, Rosh, but this was like we see the name of Rosh. They're not Pochu. It's the opposite. Rockets is seen because the loss of vegetables, loaded full of not for grain. Shkem Vor, Moshe Ram, Moshe Messiah, Al Tfuah, She'ein Maziki Mosa. The Rambam concludes that way. He says on grain they don't damage it. Duk Yerushalmi B'kini Masisa Ein Makivin Kamar Ben Shtei Sados. Okay, Mem Aleph. L'fi Mashi's Baruch will explain Yesh Arba Tem Kli Yisroim. The four ways to be Matar Kli Yisroim: Harchaka, distancing after all separation; Peheker, and recognition, come restore like the angle going to the square. So Chaver and his friends fields. Ben Shtei Sados Shnei B'Yadam Mutar Zotam Pishtan. Between two fields, people, you can plant a row of pishtan. And between rows of vegetables, also mustard and saffron. For the clothes, there be Arno B'Zriya Sol Shlem. So talking about whole fields. Well, it's been one row of this type, another row of the other type. Yes, the dinim achem begambi, they're completely different halachas. V'chem yishabal yisur aruga achatz kaminim. Famous patchwork. He comes to plant a patch with several different types. Oh, it's probably going to come clear. The rock is mutter, the vegetables are mutter, so in distancing, but zloim also and seeds are also. Now, per gimel mishabes. Kol means zloim means zorim baruga. All types of seeds can plant a patch. Kol means rock is zorim baruga and all types of vegetables you can. Peace bar time we're going to explain it. Turn about DNA and B'siyat Dishmaya. We'll explain a lot with God's help. Rambam Bir on Perek Dav Shulchan means Steve Chavvav at Sof Simon Zeh, which is not coming up for a while. But that's it for tonight.